guys, it's Jen Palmer, and I wanted to make a quick video today to show you how I use MagMod modifiers on my flash. And what I'm going to show you today is not all that exciting or portfolio worthy. This is how I practice to learn what the different modifiers do to my light. So I'm going to start out with something as basic as how to attach MagMod modifiers to your flash. So first you need this mag grip, which you can get on Amazon. I did include a link in the guide that I created for this project. This is not the easiest thing to attach to your flash. It takes a little bit of strength. I'm going to try to do it now. Usually I ask my husband or a friend to help me, but you can kind of see you just have to kind of stretch it over. It takes a little bit of strength. There we go. You just kind of stretch it as I'm beating up my flash. And there we go. And there it is, attached right onto the head of my flash. This is the V860, but it would work on any flash. I do know photographers that have the round head flashes, whether it's a Profoto or one of the Godox round head flashes, that get one of these on there. I don't know how, because it takes a lot of strength to get it on a square head flash, but people do it. So the mag grip has two really powerful magnets right in the head of the flash, right here, that allow you to attach the different MagMod products to it. So I'll show you right now. For instance, this is the Mag Sphere, which is a diffuser, and it just goes right on there like that. Magnets are really powerful. They come right off real easily, and the great thing about the magnets is you can stack the modifiers as well. So let's say you want a grid and then a sphere. You can stack them. This isn't going anywhere. And then you can just take it off and go with just one of them. So very versatile. These are really small, compact. That's why I love them. Squishy. People just kind of throw them in their bags. That's what I usually do with mine. So all right, I'm going to go ahead and put this on the light stand, and I will show you how I use a blank wall to practice and understand what each of these modifiers do with the light so that I can get used to them before I have to use them in a session. Okay, so I've set up my camera on a tripod about 4 feet from a blank wall, and I've set up my flash about another 6 inches directly behind it. Obviously this would not be a great setup for shooting if you were doing a portrait, because it's basically the same as having your flash right on camera. But the reason why I did this is I want to see what the light pattern looks like on the wall based on the different modifiers. So I just want to see if I were to have a person here, what the light would look like based on the modifier. So you could do this test with by moving the light stand around, moving the light further away, closer to the wall, at different angles, different heights. But I think the important thing for me to learn was to test the different modifiers in one spot, one distance, one set of settings first, compare the results, and then change the distance of the light and then test it again, or change the position of the light and then test it again, just so that I could get a sense of what the light did depending on the one variable that I changed, versus changing a bunch of things at the same time and then not really knowing what it was that gave me the results that I really liked. So my camera settings in this case, and it's going to be different depending on the room, the ambient light, but just to give you an idea, so I have my camera right now set on, speed is 1/125, my f-stop is 5.6, and my ISO is 160. When I shoot flash, I usually shoot a much higher ISO just to get better ambient light in, but in this case I'm just testing against the wall, so I don't really care. Plus the flash is really close, so it's going to blow everything really high out. I'm going to try to keep my flash set at the same settings throughout the whole test. So right now I have it set on 1/32. And then I'm just gonna shoot first with a bare flash and then with different modifiers, and I'll show you in the video what those test shots look like. So first, this is what bare flash looks like. Oh, and grab focus on an object. I just used like the light switch because trying to grab focus on a dark bare wall, a little difficult, but before you use your flash, try to grab focus and then just leave it alone. Okay, so first I'm just going to shoot bare flash. It's going to be bright. All right, so that's a bare flash. And then I'm going to stick the mag sphere onto the flash. Love it. Same thing. Take the mag sphere off. Mag grid, this one narrows the beam of light, so you'll really see that in the test shot. And then just to see what it looks like if you combine the two, I'm going to put a mag sphere on top of the mag grid. Yep, those are coming out. What you'll notice as well in the test shots is that the modifiers decrease the amount of light or the light output from the flash. So when you use them, you'll have to either adjust your ISO to pull in the more ambient light, or you'll want to adjust the power of your flash. In this case, let me go ahead and adjust the power of my flash up just so that you can see. Let's go to my trigger. I'm going to try 1/8, see what that looks like. Yep. A little brighter. Let's go all the way up to 1/4. Yep. Looks good. I know a couple of people were asking about the mag bounce. So this is the mag bounce, and what this is really good for is, say you're shooting outside or in a really big room and you don't have a ceiling or a wall to bounce off of, or I use this a lot when I'm shooting cocktail hours or like a mingler where I don't want to be bouncing flash and accidentally blinding someone that's behind me or next to me. So the way that the mag bounce works is you actually shoot with your flash up and right like that. So you can, it looks like a lacrosse stick. I think some people call it the lacrosse stick. Let me dial my flash back down to 1/32 just so it's consistent with the earlier shots. That was kind of dark. I'm wondering if it's too high. Let me pull the light stand down. Still too dark. And you'll notice that the modifiers do different things, so you'll have to adjust your light output or your ISO. That's brighter. I could probably even go up to 1/4. So those are the different modifiers. I'll put the different photos in just so that you can see what each of them looks like and the settings with them. Definitely encourage you to try this at home because it's a great way to learn. And even if you have an umbrella, shoot through umbrella, bounce umbrella, whatever your modifiers are, or even if you just want to see moving around a single flash bare, bouncing it off of different walls, what that looks like, bouncing it off the ceiling, what that looks like. It's great to just try it against either a blank wall or even just going to a craft store and buying like a big piece of cardstock and putting it against the wall and just seeing what that light looks like on a blank surface. And then that'll just give you a really good idea of what the modifiers and what the light does. So anyways, hope this was helpful, and yeah, let me know if you have any questions, tag me in the comments. Hopefully you guys will find this helpful. Thanks guys, talk soon.